Morning, everyone. This is Helena. Let me see what we have. Yeah, you can hear because I didn't study yet. All right, now you should be able to hear me. This webinar will be recorded, and all of you know me. My name is Helena, and what we're going to do today, we're going to go through new functionality. I don't have any slides, but I'm going to go through different use cases and show you what we have as of now. Our last webinar was maybe around September, the feature webinars. So since September, we have plenty of new function modules, pricing, so a lot of changes, our application as well as related to the company. So what you have for your convenience, you do have Q&A section, so you can put your questions there, or you can use chat and post your questions there as well. All right, if everyone see my screen, this is our website. We should be able to start now. So I will jump right away to my Google spreadsheet and we will dive into details. So what's new since September? So probably you were receiving all our newsletters, and what we did recently, we introduced a huge module which is related to budget. So this is budget module has set of reports, as well as you can pull objects. So how it works? As soon as Xero doesn't give us API to upload data from spreadsheet to the Xero entities, so we have only download functionality. So it means for you, you definitely will start from Xero, you will create your budget, they have certain mechanism how to open files, enter budget, or use the pages itself, and you create budget, and then you will be using G-Accon to pull this budget. So let's see what we offer now. All of you know, if you're using Xero and you have payroll, you will have, let me sign out actually. No, I'm not going to. You will have options menu signed in this payroll account. So make sure if you use payroll account, you use that options. And if you have these options, you will have payroll reports available for you. So don't forget that. I do receive a lot of questions about that. All right, let's start the standard reports. So first of all, when you look at our template structure, we change a little bit UI because the amount of reports that we generate, create, introduce become extremely large. So now you do have ability to see all of them at once. And now you have ability to split it by accounting, finance, purchase, taxes, and taxes. So it's exactly the same philosophy that Xero company use in their website on reports. So you will use finance and you will see all our budget reports. So I will start this budget manager. So budget manager, now you have not only overall budget, this budget manager report was introduced in February, but now like a couple of weeks ago, we add more budgets in your, if you add more budget, let's say by tracking category, you will be able to pull that. So what you have here, if you select overall budget, you can do as usual, you can change it to date, whatever date you choose. You can use reference and set up formula in your spreadsheet. And you can do like this. This is a little bit trick here. So you will put today function and you will use cell reference and refer to these cells. Sometimes it's useful not only in budget report, but overall through application, you insert it. And what it does, it's dynamically generated date for you. Today is 27, tomorrow 28, and so on. So this is very useful functionality. You use it here and in your field selection. I will show you later on. So now you do have ability to view and compare your budget through, compare this monthly. quarterly, half a year, 6 months, and years. And again, period required. This is your period, what you compare this. I will reduce a little bit to make my query a little bit faster. As usual, you can do it ascending, descending order. You will be able to choose your accounts and account type. So I will go to change pool settings, and I don't want to create new tab. I'm going to use open one, and my start cell is a one cell, and I execute. As usual here, just a reminder, what execute means: you save your structure, you save your template, and we pull data. So this is how you see that. It's pretty much a traditional layout. As you can see, it's your income, it's your other income, operating expenses, total expenses, net profit. So this is your budget manager. So now I'm going to show you another reports, and then I will focus a little bit on automation. So another report which might be useful for you, I will skip budget summary, because it gives you exactly what it says, budget summary, and we will go to budget budget versus actual, and budget variances. So I will go directly to budget variances, and the reason behind the difference between budget versus actual and variances. In variances, you add extra column, which is give you differences and percentage. So, but the basic of budget variance, it's your budget versus actual report, which you probably already use if you go and using your budget versus actual reports. So I will go by, let's say, tracking category. South, I put this is my tracking category, and budget was created for this specific segment. Again, here you can compare this previous years, previous quarter, or months. So then you will go again, you can choose as a reference field, and my reference cell is L2. I inserted, and then I will move that template a little bit on the right side, and I will start this M1 cell. I'll do again reference, although I can type it, no problem here, and execute. And then I will move my cursor on the right, and you will see how whole report look like. Definitely here, if you build your BI solution, you will remove headers, you will remove titles. And if I move on the right, this is how it looks. So you have a budget, you have actuals, you have budget to the previous months, and then this is your variances. Budget versus actuals, and this is your percentage in your variance. So it's go account by account, and you will have your net calculated. So a little bit before, maybe a couple years ago, maybe last year, even last year, we introduced the same concept now for P&L variances. So I do have a lot of customers who create those type of reports manually. So, but now one button click, so it's available for you. So this is budget variance report, very important one. You have ability, if you need to change anything in your template, you know how to do it. You go to update, modify, delete template. In that specific tab, you will see two templates. You will double click on the budget variance, because that one we would like to modify. And as soon as I have options, I can say, okay, I would like to compare by quarter. You can do it. I can increase different periods. I can put 9. I can overall change my budget and pick up overall budget, and change ascending, descending order. So update and execute. This is very familiar process, right? This is how you use our application. So this is nothing new here. So, but this is very important. If you pull budget versus actual report, what it gives you the same characteristics, but you're not going to see these two columns. you will have, you will see budget versus actuals, and then month, by quarter, half a year. So this is based on your preferences. This is how this template look like. And I put 9 months. Yeah, you have huge amount of data here. So what else? Let's assume whatever 4 reports we provided for you not enough. You do have ability to pull, as usual, create your query, design your own report. So for that purpose, you will go to Reports Designer, you select Design Accounting Reports. For those of you who were with our company for longer time, you know, we changed little bit UI. Before it was get accounting data, but the internal mechanisms stay the same. So you have objects, you pull raw data, and you create your queries. So if you feel, again, I come back to the budget, if you feel the budget reports are not what you're looking for, and you want to have more specific data, which is available through for you through object and certain attributes. So you can select all attributes, and I will place this template a little bit below because I'm not going to have any extra data for my previous template. And I can put name, budget, and then that will allow you to put raw data and then generate your own formula, calculation, dashboard, whatever you need to generate after that. So this is how data look like, and you can see I have data. This is by my tracking category, it's for my tracking budget. And on the bottom, you can see by type, this is overall budget. So, and this is, as usual, this is our link to Xero. So you can check, this is account ID, so you can check what account is there. All right, so this is everything about budget. So this is very useful information for you, and it's ready for you to use. Now I'm going to show you how to automate it, because the key of our application, automation. So for some of you, it will be like refreshment, right? You know how to do it. So what I would like to emphasize, please don't use or stop using a data operation scheduler. We're still supporting that. The technology is the same, but the more advanced implementation and a little bit more nicer feature and more efficient processes under workflow. So if you're still doing scheduler and you have ability and time to move to workflows, please move it. So workflows will allow you combine all your scheduler in certain and group them in certain groups, and at the same time you can see, and it's very visual tools, you can see all your workflows on the one page, and you can manage it in more easy manner. So for us, I will put as a budget as the name, workflow. I will copy and put description. All right, and now I'm going to, I'll come back to that portion. You can, if you're not ready to set up automation, you just set it up not active, and as soon as you're ready to go, you can activate it. So for me, I will put active. I add templates. So now for our purpose, I can put a couple of them. I will put my budget. This is my raw data. And then I will put budget references. So don't forget here, it's a small gear. It's very helpful. Sometimes it's not visible, but what it does for you is create notification for you. So in case of error, something happened, you would like to be notified. Sometimes you don't have opportunity to go and check each and every spreadsheet, what goes wrong. But as soon as you have notification, especially in case of error, you will be able to identify the spreadsheet and check what's going on, and then refresh data manually or wait for another cycle, right, within your schedule. So sometimes certain processes will be part of your bigger process. And let's say calculation based on the result of your data refresh. So in this case, if data refresh didn't happen, or error happened, or something goes wrong, you have ability to stop everything on failed and not continue your processes. So this is another way of handle your scheduling process. But for us now, we will send notification in case of error. I send apply. This is our our scheduler. As usual, you have ability to schedule your automation for every 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, daily, weekly, and monthly. I just received yesterday the question from one of our customers, how to set up backup. So basically, if you want, I will diverse a little bit from budget topic. If you want to set up backup process, you can say, okay, I would like to have backup monthly, and you will create new workflow, which is handling only backup, right? But that monthly frequency will be very helpful in that specific use case. But when we come back to our process, budgeting, weekly may be good enough for budgeting, or maybe daily, right? Because we're still pushing stuff as the actual based on P&L. So daily might work as well as P&L schedule. So I will put daily, I will choose nice time. When I come to office, start working, I want to have fresh data. So this is my schedule, email notification. Don't forget about this nice functionality. If you have customers or managers or CEO, your CEO, who wants to see your reports in some shape or forms, like spreadsheet link, it can be converted to Microsoft Excel. So this is a place for you notify your customers, your team member or clients or your management. All right, so now we're ready to set up our workflow. I apply and execute. So now I don't want to wait till 4 a.m., right? I want to show you how it works. You go to automation, you select update, modify, delete workflows. And if you create multiple, all of them will be visible here. That's why I said it's very efficient. It's very visual tool. So you can see all of them, you can delete them, or you can execute. So I'm going to pull the template for workflow now, and I'm going to execute this process. I press this button. So when you set up and activate your workflow, that will be happen automatically, right? So I will close this window. And as soon as whole process will be finished, the window will be closed, and you will see our log file, right? And like I said, every time, the most important in our application, this specific tab, automatic operations event logs, which tell you exactly what's happened. If you pull, this is our first template, this is our second template, this is result, and this is my timestamp, right? And execution ended. If email has been sent to one of your client or managers, you will have this information here. If you set up certain alerts can be visible here. So this is first thing, if something goes wrong, or even every morning you come and you see this log, everything successful, you're all set, you have your fresh data. All right, so so far so good. So we will move to next topic. Now I'm going to show you another report, which is give you very nice opportunity. It's definitely our P&L or income statement for US-based company. So we introduced a report which called P&L variances. We have now quite a lot P&L reports. This is our main report P&L. This is original report, which is taking care of your tracking category. It's not open up your data based on the dates, but it's still in some instances, it's very useful. Turnover report, this is percentage of your revenue. Sometimes people use it, and this is our new one, variances. So it's the same concept like budget variances, budget versus actual variances. As usual, you can set up your range, right? If it's monthly or weekly. Sometimes I have my customer, one of them yesterday, they needed daily. So you can set it up daily, use the reference field, use a formula from your spreadsheet. The tool is very flexible. Based on your need, you can build anything. So I will come back to dynamic date range. Now you have options here. So you can compare this previous year, quarter, and monthly comparison. Especially previous year, we know some people build it manually, so now it's available for you. So I'm going to put previous year. I'm not sure about how much data I have. So now I'm going to have 6 I don't want to 6 period, so it's previous year. I will keep it as a 2. So this is my tracking category. As you can see, I have my regions, and south and east. This is my options here. So, and that's it. So let me move to another options. I will create new tab, which is I'm okay, and I execute. So if I don't have much data to compare year to year, I will come back to monthly, and I will show you how monthly look like. All right, yeah, I have some data. So this is May 20, and this is May 2021, right? Sometimes it's very needed for your business. So this is your variance, this is your percentage, and this is April, just because I choose 2 months. You selected more months, you will have big set of data. So this is very useful report. I think you should like it. So now I'm going to move to Report Designer and focus a little bit on the second level of filtering, which we introduced a month ago. And one of our hiccups, not only our hiccups, Xero and our hiccups, was the inability to process or Boolean operators. And this operator was not was help for to build some of the query, but eventually it was not properly executed. Was not properly executed on the Xero side, and the query itself was built not very logical right way. So I'm going to give you example. Yeah, my favorite example is invoices, right? So you select everything, and I would like to move some of the attributes on the top. I hope you use that because it's very convenient. I'm looking for invoice number and invoice ID. So I will put invoice number here. I will pull invoice ID and couple dates. I want to show you another use case. Due date I will put here. And I'm looking for invoice ID. I will put it on the first place. So invoice ID, I move and pull. Just a reminder, the way I structure my fields in that specific area, this is the way how data will be placed in the spreadsheet. So basically invoice ID will occupy column number A, invoice number B, the due date C, and so on. So now I have made data. I hope I have enough enough data to show you. And then I move to filter. So I'm going to open filter, and you can see the ton of filtering which has been introduced. Before we had due date, currency rate, contacts, we had all of this. Now that it's a second level of filtering has been introduced. So now you have ability to select if it's customer supplier, true or false, you can pull supplier. If it's customer name, you're looking for certain name, this is good functionality for you. And then line items, this is important too. Sometimes you said, okay, I want to have all these invoices. I remind you invoice type. So don't forget, it's a one interface for Xero for payable and receivable. So you're looking at invoices, please select only account receivable, right? If you need payable, you move to payable. And on line items, you will say, I don't want to see any line items, this description of empty field, right? So now you have the ability to narrow down your search, and what you will do is you will put not empty, don't forget to edit, and you have your result. So now let me run this query, and then I will show you another application of filtering based on due date. I thought it's an interesting case. So I execute it. By default, it will create invoice tab, and it will give me data. So I should not have line items, which is empty line items. And I want to have only type receivable. So I'm looking only to my invoices. So let's see the result. It should not have much data, but it's a little bit slower. But again, you use automation, you will not see the slowness. And slowness comes because we introduced second level of filtering, right? It's need time to massage your data. All right, you can see all these receivables here. This is invoice ID and all other information. So this is available for you. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to attach to these invoices attachments, and then we will check due date use case. So I highlight my invoice ID because we're going to do now joining two tables, invoices and attachments, because I want to see those attachments. I will go to Xero, I will choose report designer, design accounting reports, and then newly created object. It was not there before. It's called attachments. So it can be your invoice as a screen converted to, let's say, PDF, or it's maybe additional information that you attach in Xero itself. So this is my attachment. I'm going to place them for now over here in let's say, A27. I will keep some gap. And the key here, you will use filter by ID. So this is how you join two tables. So you use this reference field, arrow back and forth, and you insert this data. Don't forget, it has to be inserted. And that's it, you execute it. So what you're going to have, you're going to have data linked to attachments, your invoices linked to attachments. The same process, the same concept will be available for your credit notes, purchase orders, quotes, everything pretty much which has these attachments, even bank transactions. So now what you have, this is attachment ID, it's internal number, right? This is URI. So now you can easily click here, and then this is your tax invoices. Definitely, it's my demo company, so it's nothing critical here. I click here, it's another attachments. If you have multiples, you will see multiple attachments for one specific ID. All right, so now let's come back to the process of day due. And what I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you filtration for, I will go to first invoice template, and then I will show you how to deal this due date field. So I will pull invoice, and I will put function today. So you can see that it will be over here in B1 cell. So this is my today's day. And what I'm going to filter, I'm going to tell, okay, I need to have my data only for day due, let's say, day due before today's day, for example, right? So I will use reference field, but then here you can say today minus 3 days, right? So it will give you the formula which is allow you to push to have all these invoices which they due before due day compared to today, and then you can nicely notify your customers and client and automatically send them out, right? But this is your condition using reference field. It's a new stuff here. You refer to this field in B1, which has certain formulas. You don't forget to add it, and that's it. This is 3 condition, and one of them use reference. It's very useful, and it was not there before. We introduced it about a month ago, maybe a month ago. So I update and execute, and you can see updated query and updated result. It's very important, it's very useful. A lot of you using invoice object, bank transactions object, PO quotes, those are more popular objects or raw data which you're pulling, and you create a solution or BI solution, dashboard solution on top of this. All right, so now I want to focus a little bit on new plans. New plans. I want to show you how to add new users and what does it mean. So let me see. If you go to buy manage license, I didn't check what I have, but I have enterprise. So what it gives you, we introduce couple groups plans and enterprise or domain level price. So plans. So what does it mean? In the group plans, you will have, I will show you the pricing for Xero and you will look at the picture. And accountant and advisor plan will allow you to set up to 5 and or up to 10 users. And then, and enterprise level is unlimited organization, unlimited company. And then what is good thing, other than flexibility that you can handle companies, users, you can restrict users or give them certain roles, how they can use how they can use reporting tool. So what does it mean? If you add the user, I'm going to show you, add subscriber, let's say ABC Gmail, on accountant and on advisor plan, you can use any domain. It can be Gmail account, it can be company accounts, it can be any accounts. So when you add your user, you put email, confirm email, first, last name, and the access. This is a key point here. So what does it mean? If you add the person and you would like this person has a full access to means this person has ability to download, upload data, refresh, set up automation, and add new users, the access will be full access and admin right access. By default for enterprise level, enterprise licenses, everyone on the domain will have full access. Full access means they can do everything. Read-only means the person whom you give privileges to use our application and pull data from Xero, they can do everything but import data from spreadsheet to Xero organizations. So you limit this person because maybe it's not experienced person, or maybe that person should not do that process. So this is nice way of restrict. And let's assume you hire junior position, and this person needs to execute only the templates that you created for this person. So this is a way to go here. So you hire junior, you set up 10, 20 different templates and tell him or her, okay, now you execute it, you run and build whatever it is. And this person, other than those templates, this person won't be able to create anything or see any data. So basically this was it's very nice way of add your users and restrict your users. So if you on enterprise version, everything on whoever belongs that domain will have access to G-Accon. Again, in that case, you don't add users because they already have ability to use G-Accon. You will restrict user if certain people doesn't need to do certain stuff that you don't want them to do. All right. So this is nice tool. And what else I want to show you? I want to show you how to share the template, for within group license or domain license. You save your template using this cloud icon, right? You put your name of the template, description. Let me put description, name. So I will see what is this. So now you save it and then you open new tab, or let's say new spreadsheet. And what you have here, you have load save template from cloud, right? And usually this is how you manage. You narrow down your search. For me, it was query because it was invoice. So, and this is my invoice. So now we add more functionality here. Before you can type ABC license.com G-Accon and share this the person. So now you have ability, if you in domain license, you can say now everyone can use this template. So it means if you have like 50 people, everyone will come here, load the save template and see this invoice. So I share, it means everyone under my domain, econ.services, will be able to pull the same template and execute it. All right. So my next step, what I want to show you, we introduce, first of all, I want to show you a couple KPI charts that build on our data, because it's very easy solution. You can pull, as you can see, I create a bunch of trial reports just to show you that what you can do and what you can build based on our report and based on our templates and fresh data. So you can build that easy, nice chart, which is solution built in this application. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to go anywhere. So this is 2 years net income. This is cash statement. It's nice, colorful. It's a profit for and loss for 4 years. It's my aged receivable payables, right? It's very nice. So you can share this your client. When you share the link, right, as your client, they can see your nice dashboards and graph. So if this is not satisfactory enough and you want to go to more advanced, you can easily use Google Studio. So Google Studio on P&L, for example, we have the options which called a filter, which called report layout, where you can switch traditional layout to historical, and historical layout open up for you set of data which easily fit to this solution. And as soon as you feed this raw data to your data Google Studio, so this is how colorful it can be. And some customers, a client of yours who doesn't want to see your numbers, right, they can see all reports and be happy what they see. So it's very easily to build by yourself. So if you don't have time to do it, we do have services within our company, so we can build it for you, or we can refer to companies who really focus only on BI solutions. So we can help you to build your own stuff. You can request us to build, or we can refer you to other companies too. So what else we introduced? We introduced for Data Studio connector. So it's called G-Accon for Xero Data Studio connector. And this is one of the template which we create, and it's available for you guys. For now, it's for free. I don't feel for next, I don't know, 6-8 months, we're going to charge anything. So, but what it does, we have ability to pull profit and loss data for you for 3 years, balance sheet, cash summary, and I believe budgets. So it's a plenty of data for 3 years. And then this is our template attached to this, but definitely you have all this data. You can build it by yourself in very easy manner, right? And it will give you a nice presentation layer for your clients. All right. So now I'm going to show you a couple processes or programs which we introduced. We introduced partner program. I think probably you saw that in one of our latest newsletters. So this is how and why become our partner. And we have expert directory, and those are very companies who provide who use us and use our services and whom we refer. So those are our partner. And to see conditions and what should be done, all this partner program information will be on our website. So another advanced thing, blogs. Don't forget to check our blogs. All our new enhancements released, it's come first in the blogs. So you can see the latest and greatest in the blog, and then we will put it as a newsletters, and you can get it through ChargeBees, usual way. and we introduced a lot of videos, very short videos. So sometimes, and we have channel in YouTube, so you can go and check if you need to see how to set up user for domain and group licenses is there, automation is there. If you see you have something related to QuickBooks, how to do upload, so you should understand it's the same interface, the same processes, it will apply to Xero as well. So we introduce quite a lot for QuickBooks because it's new application, but our Xero user is more experienced, I would say, but the concept the same, process is the same. And for you too, your majority of you, it's accountant companies, right? You will have Xero clients as well as QuickBooks. So that will be helpful for you. All right, so let me shut down and I'm going to see if you guys put any questions for me. Any questions? Any questions? This version is recorded, so I'm going to send it to everyone. If there is no questions, you know how to find us. If you have any questions or concerns or new requests, for new requests, feel free to use our Trello. So this is our application we use to pull new requests. You come to support and request new feature. So if you want to ask any questions, you just use support email because it's group email, it's marketing and technical team. And you know, we're very fast in our response. So if you know answer, we will respond you right away. If it's required a little bit investigation, so we usually said, okay, we will investigate the issue. So I do have another question. Alec asked, is it still limit a number of calls that can be sent to Xero on one day? Yes and no. It's still a limit, but as soon as we move to preferred partner, this Xero, this limit is extended. So there is no case from Xero perspective to remove limits at all. But now you should even see now, you probably don't hit your limits that frequently, how it's happened like 6 months ago. I hope you see that. So any more questions? You're welcome. So, all right, if you don't have any questions, you know how to find us. And I would like to thank everyone to join my webinar. I hope it has some useful point for you, and you can use these enhancements and new features and functionality in your day-to-day operations, okay? And we're here, guys, for you. All right, thank you so much and have a wonderful afternoon.